Hey guys, Jonah here, back with another beer review, and I found this one. I should have done this one yesterday, but I was out quite a bit of the day. Then the bikes were on. Well, I recorded the bikes. I saw one of them early in the morning, like ridiculously early, because it was from Japan. But I should have done this one because it is yet another smash beer. This one's from Dogma Brewery, and this one is the Galaxy Session IPA at 4.7% ABV. Now, as you know, Session IPA is like, it's an oxymoron in my book. Basically, that means it's bullshit. Because an IPA is not a session beer, as I've said many, many times. So it makes no sense at all to me. What have we got? Oh, that's what we've got. So this was made for the European Craft Beer Road Trip. And I'm reading this sort of over the side, see if I can get an idea. It doesn't really say. I was trying to work out if it told me what the malt was in here, but it doesn't. So I'm liking the can though. Look at that fist. It is an absolute fist. And Dogma, where is Dogma from? Oh, can't remember. It is European country. I want to say Croatia, but I don't think it is. Garden Breweries, Croatia. Is Dogma Croatia as well? Somewhere round that neck of the woods. Right, let's see what this Galaxy Smash is all about. Has been in the fridge. Only put it in there yesterday. Wow. That head is absolutely ridiculous. See if I can do one of these things again. So something like that. And a nice smiling, grinning face. And your loving Unclejona. Now, while we're looking for the at least three and a half finger head of lovely, lovely white bubbles, but it's looking reasonably cloudy. Light, but reasonably cloudy, which is pretty good from a single hop or a single malt, single hop. Now, if I remember, Galaxy it's the Australian hop. And when I say the Australian, obviously Australia produces more hops, but I think Galaxy is the most common, if I remember, the most common hop grown in Australia. That makes sense. And I would say, oh, it's their version of Citra, but it isn't, because the oceanic or the Antipodean hops, so we're talking Australia, New Zealand, tend to be really new school, really fruity, and less less kick to them, less grassy notes. So not like Citra. But yeah, I'm getting some nice, lovely fruits. Passion fruit, maybe pineapple, grapey kind of thing. Very, very similar on the nose to what we had the other day. So it's all quite light, all high level kind of fruitiness. Not hedgerow, not dank, not that kind of hop. But it is a very cloudy one. Right, let me dive in. I was waiting a little bit for the blooming head to go down. Oh, oh, no, that is a bit more juicy, juice producing. Yeah, wow. So there is sort of, yeah, there's a lot of fruitiness, but I was thinking it was a bit like the Mosaic, really high, but no, it's a bit more juicy, a bit more base note, which is cool. So this is more like an IPA from the old days, a proper IPA. Well, we say. Oh, it's really zesty up front, quite bitter actually as well. But then there's that fruitiness, borderline juiciness actually, and it's giving me maybe a touch of citrus, but it's all juicy tropical fruits really. Surprisingly enough, I'm not getting mango. I'm getting more that sort of juicy orange, definitely some pineapple in there. Up front, I'm getting more zestiness, so maybe like a grapefruity kind of zestiness, which is a bit too much to be honest. But saying that, this beer is reasonably dry, which is interesting considering it's only 4.7% on the ABV. Let me see. Dogma Brewery, Serbia. There we go. I didn't want to turn this thing over before I poured it because, well, you saw how big the head was. If I tipped that over and then opened it, it would have been exploding time, and that is not good for me. Although we're giving you guys a bit of a laugh. Yeah. So this bit is interesting. It doesn't have that dankness, that real grassy note, but what it does have is it has a quite high zesty note, quite high bitterness from that zest. Pardon me. And then juicy, juicy. Ooh, my goodness, that is what happens when you have a big head and you drink reasonably fast because you're trying to do a video for your lovely viewer. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. The zestiness up front is a bit too much, in my opinion. But it gives that punch. It does give that punch of an IPA, but it's a bit too zesty. And the bottom notes, the juiciness, if you like, isn't bassy enough. So they're trying to overpower the. I don't think there's a huge amount of IBUs or alpha acids. Why did I say IBUs? There isn't high IBUs, but the bitterness is coming from that perceived zestiness instead of packing a punch from, heavy IBUs, high alpha acid type hops. I think this one's just a medium one. I think this is a little bit like, label out, a little bit like Cascade used to be. You could use it in the initial boil and you could use it secondary and dry hopping as well. So it was a dual hop. Not saying it tastes like Cascade by any means at all. But yeah, you can use it for different things. Now, you might be wondering why I'm up here. And it's because my poor little sick fluffy boy has gone downstairs to have his dinner. And this is his seat because I sit here a lot. He obviously thinks this is the seat for the head honcho in the house. And of course, that's what he thinks he is. So he's sitting here. So he's probably going to start meowing and scratching at the door, which will put me off. But I finish my glass of Smash beer. That's a good one. I do like that one. Anyway, it's been Unclejona. Bit of a hectic one today, purely because I've been at work trying to get a beer review in for you guys, and yeah, my little fluffy is probably scratching at the door. Cheers and beers. We'll see you tomorrow for more beer reviews.